What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live training. I hope you guys have had an amazing weekend. I know I have. I went through a little bit of prospecting this weekend and ultimately testing the waters when it comes to prospecting locations for my ATM business. So, for everyone watching right now, you guys are in for a treat. I'm going to pretty much walk you guys through how to prospect locations for your ATM business. So, with that being said, I'm just going to be giving it a little bit more time so more people can go ahead and tune in. The live can go ahead and start popping up in more people's feed. So in the meantime, everyone watching, go ahead and comment down below real quick where you guys are watching from. Go ahead and comment your city. Go ahead and comment your state. And I'm going to go ahead and shout some of you guys out in the meantime that we let more people tune into the live. So go ahead and start commenting down below, and I'll go ahead and start shouting some of you guys out. I'll probably give it like 30 seconds, guys, so it's not gonna take long. Just probably 30 seconds, and we'll go ahead and start our live training. Robin, shout out to Los Angeles. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to all my people in Los Angeles. I actually have a couple people in Los Angeles currently with their ATM business. Robin being one of them. Axel, Dallas. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to all my people in the DFW area. I'm currently located in Texas myself. Kaylin, Phoenix. Shout out to Kaylin. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Shout out to everybody commenting. I appreciate you guys when you guys comment. Of course, it helps out with the algorithm. So every now and then, of course, I'm going to have you guys comment little keywords here and there. And for everyone watching right now, go ahead and stick along to the end of this live. I got a free little giveaway for everyone. So we are going to go over prospecting locations. We are going to go over the different things that you can implement into your business strategy or your marketing to be able to land locations. And I am going to pretty much walk you guys through everything. And at the end of the day, guys, at the end of this live, I'm going to have a free little giveaway for you guys that I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy. So go ahead and stick along toward the end of this live. For everyone commenting, go ahead and comment live. For everyone watching live, and for everyone watching the replay, go ahead and comment replay as well. I'm keeping up with all of the comments even after this live posts on our group. So for everyone watching the replay, don't worry, I'm still looking at your guys' comments. But let's go ahead and get started with today's live training, guys. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I know every single live training, I'm always like, hey, it's going to be a short one. It's not going to take that much. And it ends up being a little bit longer live, usually about an hour. So I'm going to try to make it quick for you guys. Now, shout out to my boy Joe. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to all my people. I got a lot of actual current students in my life tonight. So shout out to you guys. Hope you guys have had an amazing day, had an amazing weekend. But let's go ahead and get into the live training, guys. Now, before we get into the training, let's go ahead and go over the agenda for tonight's live training. Like I said, guys, in the beginning, we are going to pretty much go over how to cold call for your ATM business. I'm actually going to go over a small script and different techniques that you can implement into your cold calling when looking for locations for your ATM business. After that, we're going to go over the best locations to target as a beginner in the ATM business. Now, a lot of people get the misconception of, you have to target a certain amount of a certain location when you start this business, which is very incorrect. A lot of people go out and try to prospect the wrong locations because they are the quote unquote gold mines. Now, if you have the funds available, which we'll get into in just a second, of course you can target these gold mines, and these gold mines are dispensaries which is probably going to be my best example. But a lot of beginners don't have enough funds to take care of a dispensary. So as a beginner, a dispensary would actually be not so of a good location for yourself, because ultimately you'd be shooting yourself in the foot, right? So you always want to be able to target the right locations, and we're going to go over that in just a second. And last but not least, guys, we are going to go over a Q&A. So pretty much what a Q&A is, questions. You're going to be able to ask me all kinds of questions about the ATM business, whatever you guys want, whether it's about the ATM business, about my personal portfolio, whatever you guys want to go ahead and ask, and I'm going to answer them for you and better your understanding with this business. Now, before we go ahead and get started with our agenda, guys, I want to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a background on myself, what it is that qualifies me to teach you guys how to start your ATM business. Why should you listen to me, right? So let me go ahead and give you guys a quick background on myself, what qualifies me to give you guys some information on the ATM business. So first and foremost, guys, I was just like everyone else, working hard, working my 9 to 5. I was actually working in the oil fields back in 2019, 2020, when I started to realize, although I was young, I was 21, 22 at the time, I was realizing that, that 9 to 5, the rat race wasn't what I wanted to continue to do for the rest of my life. I wanted to pretty much start working for myself. I wanted to start putting my money to work for me. So although I had the right mentality, I just didn't know where to start, right? And a lot of us are in this group or in this life right now that are confused, right? You don't know where you want to start. You don't know what you want to start with, what you want to invest your money in. So you're just in a constant loop, right? You're in the rat race, in the constant loop of just not knowing where to go. So that's where I was at back in 2019, 2020, and even before that. I graduated high school in 2017. I've been working ever since my like junior year, and I just never knew what I wanted to do, right? It was always, real estate. Real estate is the best thing to do. But at the time, you either have to have a lot of capital to invest into real estate or go into wholesaling real estate. And to get into wholesaling real estate, as you guys know, you guys have to know how to sell. Now, just like in any other business, you have to know how to sell, but some businesses it's a little easier than others, right? And I was never sell savvy. So back whenever I was working in the oil fields, I already had the right mentality to save my money, which a lot of you guys watching right now actually are going through the same hurdle, right? You got a good paying job, you're working your 9 to 5, you're saving your money, but you just don't know what to do. So what I started to do, which I'm sure any of you guys are doing as well, is going online and trying to figure out what business to get into. I started off by looking into vending machines. I started off by looking into auto detailing. There were so many businesses that I was actually looking into, and I started to, in a sense, cloud my brain. I started to have analysis paralysis, right? Where I was like, dang, should I start the auto detailing or should I start vending machine? And then I started to crowd my brain too much with so many different business ventures that I started to slow myself down even more because I wasn't focusing on one business, right? So that's one thing that I would recommend any aspiring entrepreneur watching right now is try to focus just on one business, right? Try to pinpoint a niche that you guys can find yourself in and also enjoy doing it, right? There's a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs right now that want to get started with the best business out there, the one that's going to make them rich quicker, right? At the end of the day, the ATM business, and there's a lot of businesses out there that are not get rich quick schemes, right? At the end of the day, it is a passive income stream. It is a great return on investment type of business, but it's not a get rich quick scheme, right? So one thing that you guys have to make sure that you don't focus too much on is which business is going to make you the most money, right? Do something that you are going to find yourself enjoying the most, because at the end of the day, if you don't enjoy something, you're probably not going to succeed in it, because you're going to be stuck. You're going to be hating to wake up every day. You're going to hate to get to work, because at the end of the day, this does start off as your job, right? You have to show up. You have to be consistent. You have to stay disciplined, right? So you have to do something that you are going to love. Although it's going to be your own deal, your own business, you got to still do something that you love doing. So I was looking into auto detailing, and the reason why I was looking into auto detailing, which is a great business, was because ever since high school, guys, I was actually doing auto detailing. I was working at a car wash from like my junior year to my freshman year in college. And I already knew how to clean cars. I knew the whole 9 yards on polishing, doing the clay, doing auto detailing on the inside, all that good stuff. Oh no, give me 1 second, guys. I think my live is glitching. Detailing on the inside, all that good stuff. Sorry, my screen literally just said you're live in there, so I got scared for a second. I apologize, guys. But yeah, I knew the whole nine whenever it came to auto detailing, right? So one thing that I did was I was like, what the heck? I already like doing it. I've been doing auto detailing for the past 2, 3 years, ever since I was in high school. Let me just go ahead and start my auto detailing business. And that's exactly what I did. The only thing about auto detailing, guys, was that I did not like going to showing up to work, right? I had to show up in order to make my money. All right, guys, we are back. Sorry, I want to go ahead and apologize on the connection issue. We were having some connection issues right now, and out of nowhere, it just ended. So I want to go ahead and apologize for everyone watching. Um, First and foremost, guys, we were ending off on what qualifies me to give you guys information on the ATM business. So for everyone that's still in the live training, guys, thank you guys so much for not leaving. But let's go ahead and get into the live, guys. One little setback, that's perfectly fine. Where we ended off was pretty much me talking about where I started from, how I was able to, move into, the ATM business. And I started with auto detailing. I realized that auto detailing was not something that I wanted to do. Reason being was because, of course, I had to show up to work. I had to, show up and clean the cars. And then on top of that, on bad weather, which currently in Texas, so the weather out here is pretty crazy. When it rained, couldn't wash cars. When it was cold, couldn't wash cars, right? So there was different weather and all kinds of other things that, affected my business when it came to auto detailing. So I started to look into other business ventures, and I soon came across the vending machine business. Now, I was looking into vending machine business for probably a couple months, and then, just looking on YouTube, following different entrepreneurs in the business, and sooner or later, a video on the ATM business popped up in my feed on YouTube. I clicked it. As soon as I clicked that video, it was the vending machine business, but a lot better, a lot easier, a lot simple, right? So I started to look into the ATM business after that. Literally, one video turned into the next turned into the next. And after that, guys, I bought my course and started the ATM business, started to learn how to operate and run your ATM business. So as soon as I did that, guys, pretty much started with my first ATM in January of 2020. I started my company in January of 2020. I found my first location. And guys, one thing that I recommend you guys to do is always think ahead. Always think ahead, right? You always want to think ahead when you're in entrepreneurship in general. When it comes to entrepreneurship, guys, the biggest risk is not taking any risk, and entrepreneurs are risk takers. So one thing that I did was, even before I started my LLC, before I started my ATM business, I was already prospecting locations as if I was an ATM business owner. I was on Facebook, I was going door to door, I was cold calling, I was doing whatever I could to help me land a location as soon as possible. A lot of guys, a lot of people in the business and any other business in general, they want to follow the rules, they want to stick to the plan. And sometimes, guys, you just got to do a little bit more. I got guys that start their ATM business, start their LLC, get their bank account set up, and get their ATM ordered. And by the time that they get their ATM shipped to their house, they're like, shoot, now I need to find a location, when this whole time that they've been waiting for these whole processes to complete, they could have been prospecting locations the whole time. So I tell all of my students, and I tell everybody, even before you're in the ATM business, one thing I recommend, guys, is start prospecting locations. That's what helped me land my first location, guys, in 1 month. Was literally posting on Facebook, door to door, cold calling, before I was even in ATM business. And that helped me speed up my process. That helped me save time. And ultimately, although I didn't know how to sell, although I did not know how to negotiate and talk to business owners, I was still able to land my first location in 1 month. Now, of course, I was a beginner entrepreneur. I didn't know much. So my first deal was not the best. It did not work in my favor. And that's just because I was eager to land a location. I was eager to, finally put my investment inside of a location and have it work for me, have it make me passive income. So, of course, my first location did not turn out to be the best, but it was a learning experience, right? That's something that I had to learn in order to get to the current position that I'm in now. After my first location, I kept putting in the work. I kept staying consistent, kept staying disciplined, and little to no time, guys. By the end of the year, I had like 4 or 5 ATMs on location, generating me 5 figures a month. My second year, I had over 12 locations. My third year, which I'm currently working on moving into my fourth year, I currently have over 20 ATMs on location, currently generating me passive income, guys. Generating me, and I'm sorry, my first year I was making 4 figures a month, not 5 figures. Sorry. Right now, with my current portfolio, over 20 ATMs, I'm currently generating over 5 figures a month in passive income just from my ATM portfolio, guys. So at the end of the day, it took me close to 3 years to get to financial freedom just from my ATM portfolio alone, guys. So like I said earlier, this business is not a get rich quick scheme. You are not going to get rich quick. This is an investment. This is a business, a side hustle that you want to start off and can potentially turn it into a full-time income. You just have to work hard, guys. So let's go ahead and get into how to cold call, the best way to cold call for your ATM business, guys. If you guys are excited for this, go ahead and comment cold call right now. Now go ahead and comment cold call, guys. Let's go ahead and get the algorithm up and running again. Let's go ahead and get more people into the live. I do apologize for the disconnection earlier. It kind of, caused like half of my viewers to go away, but it is what it is. It was a little hurdle that we had to go over, but that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and comment cold calling right now if you guys are excited. But let's go ahead and go into the best ways to cold call for your ATM business, guys. Number one, guys, you want to go ahead and create a list. This is exactly what I did whenever I started my business and what I encourage every single one of you guys to do. Create a list of locations that you would like to target as an ATM business owner, right? You want to go ahead and create a list, and you can create a list by going on Yelp, going on Google, going to your city hall, city council, and pulling a list of businesses in your city, in your state, whatever you want to do, and pretty much start writing that list of locations, the business name, the number, the business owner's information, the email, and then once you've created your list, guys, you're pretty much ready to start doing your working on your sales pitch, right? If you didn't already work on your sales pitch, create a sales pitch and start looking for these locations and prospecting these locations with your sales pitch. Now, the locations that I would look for as a beginner, as you guys know, barbershops, nail salons, bars, corner stores, gas stations, those are typically the locations that you want to target. To give you guys a quick example of locations that you want to target, are locations that have minimal withdrawal limits, right? So locations that people are withdrawing $40, $60, $80, nothing more than 100. And what type of locations are those? Barbershops, nail salons. The average haircut in the US is probably like $40, right? So you know that if you have a barber shop and you put your ATM in there, not a lot of people are going to be withdrawing 100, 200, $160, right? They're going to be withdrawing 40, 50, 60, 20, whatever the haircut price is, right? So of course, the lower the withdrawal, the more profit you make, right? So once you've generated your list, you're ready to start working on your sales pitch. Now, when it comes to your sales pitch, guys, here's a quick example on how to open up the conversation when you're jumping on a call with a business owner, or you're just calling a location, right? You want to go ahead and start it off by, of course, introducing yourself, being professional, having a good tone, and ready to have a great conversation, right? So you want to go ahead and start by, hello, my name is Juan Geronimo. I'm calling from, and then you go ahead and list your company name, whatever your company name is, right? Let's say my company name is Juan's ATMs LLC, right? So hello, my name is Juan Geronimo. I'm calling from Juan's Geronimo's ATM LLC. We provide ATM services for your for businesses like yours, and hope to speak with someone who handles your business decisions. Right then and there, guys, you let them know what you're calling for. You let them know as respectfully as possible that you are looking for the business owner, the manager, right? In this case, if the front desk receptionist answers, or just a regular employee in the business, they are going to know that you're looking for the decision maker. So once you go from there, they're going to either redirect you to the decision maker, or they are going to tell you they are not here today. And then that's when you would follow up with your sales pitch, right? Here's where you are going to have to create your sales pitch in different ways so you can handle different objections, right? Because from right here, it can go two different ways. They can either tell you, okay, give me a second, let me get them on the phone, or they're not here today, would you like to leave a message? Or they're not here today, can you call back another day? So on and so forth, right? So if they tell you, okay, that's perfectly fine, let me go ahead and get them for you real quick, that's when you're going to go ahead and start your sales pitch and start to hook the business owner. You always want to, I don't know if you guys have seen this online. I do a lot of research myself, and I'm sure a lot of videos that you guys see on YouTube, which is what I would recommend you guys to go and look for. But on YouTube, if you guys go on there, a lot of these sales guys, a lot of these sales videos, they're going to tell you that the first 5 to 30 seconds of the call are the most important. And the reason being is because If you do not hook, if you do not catch that person's attention, more than likely they are not going to want to talk to you. They are going to know that you're just another sales guy trying to come in and sell them something, right? So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and give them a hook. You want to go ahead and give them some special offer, some irresistible offer that they cannot turn down. So this is where your pitch comes into play, right? Once the business owner answers, let's say they put you on the phone with the business owner, and now the business owner answers, hey, how's it going? Oh, hey, who do I have a pleasure speaking with? Oh, they give you your name. Okay, well, if you got 5 to 10 minutes of if you got a free 5 to 10 minutes, I will make this quick for you. Here's what we offer. Boom, you go ahead and drop that hook. You go ahead and drop that special offer. Hey, we have a limited time offer for a free ATM installation in your business. How does that sound? And then you just start pitching them your business, right? You want to go ahead and build a report before you even call a location, right? Before you call a location, before you walk into a location, whatever it is that you're doing, you always want to make sure that this business does not have an ATM, right? Because you don't want to start a conversation by being, hey, do you have an ATM? Because right away, guys, they're going to be like, oh, you're an ATM guy. Hang up. Or they're going to be like, oh, no, thank you. I don't want an ATM. Hang up. Right away, you say ATM, like my mentor tells me all the time. And he used to tell me this all the time. No one wants an ATM, guys. No one wants an ATM. What they want is value. What they want is to save money. They want to make money, right? So if you open up the phone call or you walk in and talk about an ATM, they are automatically going to say, not interested, right? So you want to go ahead and talk to the business owner as if you're walking in there trying to bring them value, trying to save them money, right? And the first thing that you want to do is give them a special hook, a special offer, and then right off the jump, start literally showing them, delivering, telling them your value, right? And I'm speaking in regards if you're cold calling, if you're walking into the business. In this case, it's cold calling, right? But if you walk into the business, it's the same thing. You're going over a script. So you want to go ahead and deliver a special offer. You want to go ahead and deliver something that almost sounds too good to be true, right? So whenever you're talking to the business owner, you let them know what that special offer is. Hey, we have a limited time offer where we pay you $200 to allow us to install an ATM inside of your business. Not only are we going to help you minimize credit card fees, so at the end of the month, you're going to save money instead of spend money, but we maintain this ATM 100% for free. We do not charge you a single penny. All we require is a small 2x2 space in your location. How does that sound, right? You want to go ahead and give them something that sounds too good to be true. Right off the jump, you offered them $200 for a installation, right? So that's your special offer. A lot of the times they get a lot of ATM owners that walk in and try to offer them an ATM, but they don't pay them. They just offer them a free ATM installation. So right off the jump, you guys sound a little different than any other guy out there. This is what has helped me pretty much succeed when it comes to landing locations, was offering the business owner or the manager a special offer of a referral fee. In this case, is a referral fee. Now, the great thing about a referral fee is that it is a business expense, guys. So whenever you pay those $200 off to that manager, that business owner as a referral fee, guess what? That's a write-off. So at the end of the day, guys, it is a win-win. So one thing that you want to do, give them that special offer and then start dropping the value. We are going to help you minimize credit card fees. Are you currently paying credit card fees? Oh, yes, I am. Okay, well, no problem. If you redirect your clientele to the ATM and offer them a cash discount where if they pay cash only, they get a discount, guess what? Not only are your clients going to pay in cash, but you are not going to have to worry about those credit card fees at the end of the month. How does that sound? They're going to tell you, oh, well, that actually sounds pretty good. All right. Well, on top of that, we also maintain the ATM for free. And on top of that, we also give you a percentage per transaction. So every time a client uses that ATM, guess what? You get paid as well. Right off the jump, guys, you're offering them value. And on top of that, you're offering them a commission for them allowing you to install your ATM in their business, right? So now they're getting a commission, now they're getting value, and they don't have to worry about nothing besides just giving you the yes to install your ATM. So right off the jump, guys, you're going to catch their attention, and this is one thing that I recommend you guys, and I hope you guys are writing this down. If not, come back whenever it gets posted and rewatch this. But You always want to deliver value. Now, let's say that the business owner, or not the business owner, the receptionist or the manager says, hey, you know what, the business owner's not here, can you call back, or whatever. They just tell you that they are not available. Then your next line would be, oh, well, what's a good time to call back? When do they usually swing by? Or what's a good email? What's a good phone number to reach to them directly? Sometimes they will give you their direct email. Sometimes they will give you their direct number. Sometimes they'll be like, hey, this is confidential information, we can't give that to you. So that's when you just start to build rapport, start to have friendly conversations, and then sooner or later, after that friendly conversation, they are going to give you a little bit more details. One thing that I always do whenever I call a location and they're telling me, oh, it's confidential, we can't tell you when they come by, or we can't tell you their information, then I'll start to offer them a referral fee, offer them a different approach on how to land these locations. So for example, hey, we can't give you their information, or hey, we can't tell you when they swing by. Okay, that's fine. Do you happen to know any other businesses around, or any other locations that are just like this, that you know of, that can benefit from an ATM? Now you're offering them, in a sense, the same opportunity, right? A referral fee for any other business. Once you start talking to them, once they start to ask you a couple questions and you answer them, and then you ask them how their day is going, although you probably don't care, and you start to have a conversation, they start to loosen up, and then they start to give you the information that you want, right? So a lot of the times when they tell me, hey, I can't give you this information, I'm like, oh, that's perfectly fine. What's your name? So on and so forth. Oh, do you happen to know any other locations? Okay, well, the great thing about our business is it doesn't even matter if you refer your own business or you refer the current business that you're working in. You can actually refer any other business, and we still pay you out a referral fee. How does that sound? You start giving them all kinds of other opportunities, and they start to open up a little bit more because you're giving them more information. You're in a sense now trying to help them out, right? So that's one thing that's helped me out with my personal portfolio and scaling my personal portfolio, right? So that's one way on how you can handle it. Now, if they do give you their email, or they do give you their number, or they tell you, hey, they're actually going to be in tomorrow from this time to this time. Okay, well, that's perfectly fine. I'll go ahead and swing by, or I'll go ahead and call them back tomorrow. And then now you have intel on that location about the business owner, that what time they're going to be there, or what time you can call them back. And now you can just call them back tomorrow and start the process all over again. So that's how you would go about calling a business. Now, like I said, guys, whenever you do call a business or you walk into a business, you want to be as professional as possible. You want to make sure that you know what you're talking about. One of the things that I ran into whenever I started my business was not being sales savvy, one, and then two, I was very, how can I say, like, I didn't practice my pitch, so I was very nervous whenever I would approach the business owner, and that caused me to stutter a lot. That caused me to turn bright red. And ultimately, when business owners see someone walk into their business and they don't even know what they're selling, that's automatically a red flag. So one thing I recommend you guys to do is practice your sales pitch. Practice your sales pitch. Practice these objections. Every objection that you experience, write it down. Have an answer or two for it, and practice that. That way, whenever you get those objections, because if you're offering the ATM business, guys, a lot of the times you're going to receive a lot of the same objections. And how you come back at that, you have an answer for it and you practice it. So that way, if an owner tells you, or what happens if this, or what do I do this, or what do I get here, you have a direct answer. So always have an answer for every objection, and make sure you always write those things down. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, guys. So now we're going to go over the best locations for your ATM business, and the best locations to target for the ATM business as a beginner, and why you should target these locations. So give me 30 seconds, guys, and I will go ahead and give you guys those locations, what I started with whenever I started my ATM business. And of course, you guys will be able to use that for your current ATM business, or your business that you're currently working on. So give me 30 seconds, guys. All right, guys. What locations to target as a beginner and why, right? So like I got into this just a little earlier when the live started before our whole disconnection. And I touched base a little bit on that, but let's go ahead and go into detail on these type of locations and why you should target them. So barbershops, guys, most important. This is one of the most important locations to target as a beginner. Now, although barbershops, everyone says target barbershops, believe it or not, guys, majority of the barbershops do not have ATMs, right? So you want to go ahead and target barbershops. Now, majority of the barbershops would prefer cash. That's first and foremost. And also the average haircut, like I stated earlier, is $40. It's an average of $40. Give me one. My little girl just walked in, guys. But yeah, guys, barbershops. Barbershops are probably the most important location to target as an ATM business owner because one, the average haircut is $40, of course, and that means that a lot of people that use your ATM are going to be withdrawing low amount of cash, right? $40, $60, $100, meaning you can easily put $1,000 to $3,000 inside of that ATM, and that $1,000 to $3,000 is not only going to last, but is going to profit you the most. This is why barbershops are one of the best locations for the ATM business. Now, after the barbershops, guys, of course, you have nail salons. Now, nail salons, one of the reasons why I recommend you nail salons is because a lot of the times it fits under the same category as barbershops, right? They prefer cash. They're high traffic locations, guys. My girl, me, my family, we go to get our feet done, pedicures, whatever it is, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do the exact same thing, or your girls or your family, they go and get their nails done for the 15s, the parties, whatever the case may be, right? So you guys want to target these type of locations because not only are they high traffic, but nail salons also prefer cash, right? Cash at the end of the day, guys, everybody prefers. And the reason why a lot of business owners prefer cash is because guess what? They can report whatever they want, which unfortunately is not the right thing to do, but that's the name of the game, right? That's what a lot of business owners just do. So that's why they prefer cash. So one thing I would recommend you guys to do is target nail salons. Nail salons prefer cash. They're high traffic location, guys. And like I said, the average withdrawal is probably less than $100, $150, right? So nail salons are always great locations to target. I actually have a little bit of both, and they do phenomenal. Now, last but not least, guys, one of my favorite locations are restaurants. Restaurants, specifically cash-only restaurants. One of my first gold mines was a cash-only restaurant. This restaurant right here, guys, is generating probably over 500 transactions a month. You guys do the math. I charge $350 for that. And I've been having that location probably for the last 3 years now. And it's been doing 500 transactions a month for the past 3 years, at $350. So that location alone, guys, is considered a gold mine. And this is the reason why I recommend you cash-only restaurants, because if you have a cash-only restaurant and on top of it, it's a high traffic location, I mean, people are paying probably, 50, 60, less than $100 for their meal, right? So guess what? That's low transaction withdrawals and more profit for you as the ATM business owner. So these are the type of locations that you want to target as a beginner, because you can be able to literally fill up that ATM with $1,000 to $3,000 and profit as much as you can from that $1,000 to $3,000. Now, the great thing about the ATM business, guys, is that you recycle your money. So as soon as those $1,000 to $3,000 are done, guess what? They go right back into your bank account, and you use those same $1,000 to $3,000 to fill your ATM up with that same cash and then start all over again. So in a sense, this ATM is on location printing you money, right? So if you guys like cash flow, if you guys like passive income, this is a definitely 100% recommended business that I would recommend to you. And trust me, guys, I preach what I literally do what I preach, right? I currently have 20 ATMs on location doing exactly what I am telling you guys to do and what they do, right? So these locations are some of the locations that I currently have in my personal portfolio and have worked phenomenal for me. And I would recommend you guys to target these locations as beginners, lucrative businesses right here to work with. So guys, these are the type of locations to target. as a beginner, let's go ahead and move into a Q&A. So for everyone watching, it's Q&A time. Go ahead and get your questions ready to go. If you guys have any questions from our current live tonight, go ahead and start commenting them down below. So let's go ahead. I got a question here on TikTok. If an ATM costs $6,000, how much does each Bitcoin ATM generate monthly? An ATM does not cost you $6,000. Whatever ATM it is that you're looking at that costs you $6,000, I would recommend you to not purchase that or go away from whoever you're doing business with, because they're trying to rip you off. This ATM right here that you see behind me is a Housing Halo 2. As you guys can see, you can buy Bitcoin from this ATM and it dispenses cash. So it's a 2-in-1 deal with just this ATM alone. And this ATM right here will cost you $2,700 with the ATM and internet box. $2,700. So wherever you got $6,000 from, I recommend you to stay away. And Bitcoin ATMs, they cost you a little bit more. They're higher end machines. I heard that in order to start your BTM business, it costs you like above $20,000. That's what I heard. How do you do a contract? So as an ATM business owner, I would go to an attorney. I would go to someone that can create you or draft you a enforceable contract, because at the end of the day, guys, you're doing business with another business owner, right? You want to be able to protect yourself. And how do you protect yourself? With a contract. So you don't want to just get a pen and paper and start writing one yourself and have them sign that, because if you ever have to go to court and that contract is not done properly or is not enforceable, you are going to be stuck with a bunch of fees, a bunch of trouble, right? So you always want to work with an attorney, someone that can draft you up an enforceable contract agreement. Now, for everyone that joins my mentorship program, which I'll get into in a sec, you automatically get a contract agreement. I actually pay $1,200 for my agreement, and you guys are going to get access to that agreement if you enroll with my program. I got a question on my group. What's the cheapest ATM machine I can purchase this to start my business? So right now, the cheapest ATM that you can purchase is going to be this Housing Halo 2, a $2,700 machine after tax for the ATM and internet box. If you don't get the internet box included, you may get a little bit of a discount. But I recommend you guys to get your own internet, because when you work with businesses' internet, if their business internet ever goes down or slows down, that's going to reflect on your ATM and how it performs. So I always recommend get your own internet. $6.99 for the monthly fee. It's nothing. It's a drop in a bucket. But this is the cheapest ATM that you can get brand new. Now, of course, you can get used ATMs for a lot cheaper than $2,700, probably like $2,000, $1,500, depending on how old the ATM is, how worn out it is. But one thing I would recommend to you guys to do is, if you are new, buy new. Do not buy used ATMs if you are brand new, because the last thing you want to do is run into an issue and now you're stuck. Now you're stuck with an ATM that costs you $1,000, $2,000 that's out of warranty. And not only that, you don't even know how to fix the problems because you're new. So I always recommend you guys to work with brand new ATMs when you're new, because it's going to save you headaches, it's going to save you time, it's going to save you money. One thing that a lot of brand new beginners don't know what to look for is scammers or EMV compliant ATMs, and they end up buying exactly the opposite, right? They end up buying ATMs that happen to have scammers or happen to have missing parts, or they're not EMV compliant, and now you have to spend money on that, and it's going to cost you the same, if not more, if you would have just invested into a brand new ATM. So I would always recommend you to buy a brand new ATM. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? What banks do you recommend for opening up your business bank account? So whenever you open up a business bank account, I always recommend going with small banks like credit unions, Comerica, Citibanks, the smaller branches in your area. The three big banks that I would not recommend you to go to is Bank of America, Chase, and Wells Fargo. Those banks right there are no-goes. Highly recommend you guys to stay away from those banks, because those banks, not only do they not work with the ATM business, but let's say, for example, they happen to take you in, which I've actually gone through this myself. If they take you in, eventually the higher ups will find out you're in the ATM business and they will shut you down quick. and they'll freeze your account, and now you're going to be stuck without a bank. Let me see. How much does a $2,700 Bitcoin ATM generate you monthly? So this is not a Bitcoin ATM. You can buy Bitcoin from it, but it's not a Bitcoin machine. Bitcoin machine actually costs you a lot more than $2,700. This ATM right here, $2,700. My location right now, my lowest income location with one of these ATMs on location is making me like 150 plus a month. And then my highest income ATM is making me close to $4,000 a month. So it just depends on location. I have 20 plus of these ATMs. So I got a little bit of everything. I got the below average, I got the average, and I got the above average locations. Any more questions, Facebook? Any more questions? TikTok is showing you guys out. Any more questions? Any more questions? Let me scroll up because I know I had some questions earlier. How do I get in touch with you? User, I would go to the link in my bio, click my Facebook group, join it, and you can reach out to me directly through my Facebook group or my Instagram. My Instagram handle is in my bio. You just click my Instagram. It'll take you to my page. Send me a quick message. I'll send you some resources. For everyone watching right now, if you guys want a free ATM business strategy guide, go ahead and comment guide. If you're on my Facebook group, go ahead and comment guide, and I will go ahead and send you our guide after this live training. For everyone on my TikTok, if you guys want a guide, go to my Instagram. Don't forget to follow me and text me the word guide or message me, DM me the word guide, and I will go ahead and send you my free ATM business guide, where pretty much is going to walk you through everything you need to get started with your ATM business. Do you have any ATMs outside of your home state? No, all my ATMs are currently in Texas. But as the ATM business owner, you can have ATMs nationwide. So if you're in Texas, you can have ATMs, Florida, New York, Washington, wherever it is that you want ATMs, you can place them all over the US. You just have to hire a third-party vaulter, someone to fill up your ATMs for you. Axel, I got you with that guide, brother. I'll go ahead and send that guide over to you as soon as this live is done. Everyone on my TikTok, like I said, if you want my guide, go over to my Instagram. I'll send that over to you as soon as this live is done. How much will an ATM generate on a month? The average ATM generates you about $200 to $350 a month. That's average. That is the average location and how much it generates. Anything below that is, of course, below average. Like I said, I currently have a couple ATMs that make me about 150 plus. And then I have locations that make me 300 plus. And then I have locations that make me 500 plus. So like I said, I got a little bit of everything, so I can kind of speak on everything. So if you have any questions on locations, whether they're below average, above average, let me know. I can help you guys out with that. Let's go ahead and go into my mentorship program for everyone that's interested in wanting to start your ATM business, but you don't want to start your ATM business on your own, because of course, when you start the ATM business on your own, there's trial and error, right? You learn from experiences. And at the end of the day, guys, a smart man learns from their experiences, but a wise man learns from someone else's experience, right? So if you're someone that wants to learn from someone like myself that has already been in the business, that has already done everything, currently has over 20 ATMs, then feel free to hear me out for the next minute or so, and I'll walk you guys through my mentorship program and what it is that we offer. So with my mentorship program, we're called the ATM Plug. This is my elite package right here, and this is what we offer with our program. Number one, you get an online step-by-step course, guys, and automatically in this online step-by-step course, not only do you get lifetime access to this course, but in the course, you're going to pretty much get taught A through Z on the business. I apply for an LLC on video. I obtain the EIN on video. I obtain the bank account. I fill up my ATM with cash. I change receipt paper. I maintain it. I install it. I do the whole 9 in this course. And pretty much you guys are going to learn exactly how to operate your own ATM business just from my course alone. Besides the course, you're going to get clients only Facebook group. You're going to get access to our private clients only group. This is the group that only my students are part of. Here's where I will be contacting everybody as a whole, letting you guys know whether there's any updates on the industry, any discounts, any special offers. Guys, my students get first-hand pick on anything that we offer. We just launched our unlimited location finder service, and our students got first pick on that. After our students went ahead and took advantage of the special offer, not only a discounted special offer, but once they pretty much once we filled in those spots with our students, if we had any remaining spots left, we would let the public know, right? But our students always get first-hand pick. So this is the group that you guys will have access to, and you guys will have access to our special offers, any updates on the industry, any new videos or anything of that nature, any sales training. I bring on special guests that either are sales professionals or current ATM entrepreneurs, veterans in the business. I bring into these calls, and of course my students get access to that as well. So besides that, with my mentorship program, you get one brand new ATM included. You actually get this ATM right here included. This is a Hyos Halo 2. It is brand new. It comes with 2-year warranty. And guys, I can tell you right now, I got over 20 of these ATMs right now. And this ATM right here is a workhorse. You are going to get 100% of your money back just from this ATM alone. So highly recommend it. And this is exactly why you get this ATM included with my mentorship program. You also do get an internet box for your ATM included with my mentorship program. Like I said earlier, guys, the only thing that you do have to cover is the $6.99 fee for your ATM internet box. Besides that, I am going to provide you with free unlimited processing. So pretty much our ATM processing, you are going to get free processing, meaning we are going to facilitate all of your ATM transactions for free. We are not going to charge you a single penny, and we are not going to tie you up under a contract. So if you ever decide to part ways, guess what, guys? You can do that. There will be no repercussions. On top of that, I'm going to provide you ATM programming training where I'll actually walk you through step by step how to program this ATM, put it on location, and start generating passive income without you having to hire a third-party technician to do all that for you. A lot of programs, a lot of mentors, a lot of companies, they have you hire someone to do this for you because they don't want to go through the trouble of doing it with you. With us, we are a done-with-you program, so we only win if you win, and therefore we actually teach you how to do 100% of this business and how to operate 100% of this business. So we do walk you through step by step how to program your own ATM. We also give you a placement agreement. So for someone on my TikTok that asked earlier, how do you get a contract agreement? With my ATM mentorship program, I automatically provide you a placement agreement. This agreement right here is going to be a blank contract that you are going to be able to edit to your company. So you're going to put in your business name, you're going to put in your logo, all that good stuff, and you're going to be able to use this contract agreement when you go out and work with locations. This location right here, guys, cost me $1,200. And I am going to give that to not only you guys who enroll with my mentorship program, but every single one of my students here. This is the location agreement that I provide them. So whenever they go out and prospect locations, they use that agreement. They are 100% safe. They are 100% covered when it comes to getting this contract agreement in place. Besides that, I am automatically going to provide you guys unlimited one-on-one mentorship. And with this, you also get lifetime access to this. You are going to be able to reach out to me directly to my phone, give me a call, shoot me a message. Let me know what it is that you have any questions on, any concerns, any troubleshooting, whatever it is that you guys need. I am going to be able to help you out 24/7. Like I said, guys, programs, courses, they don't offer this. We are probably one, if not the only course program that offers you unlimited mentorship. And like I said, guys, you get lifetime access to this as well. So you are going to have my direct cell phone number. You're going to have my network. is information, email, cell phone number. You're going to be able to reach out to us and ask us for any help. My partners, my partner Dillion, my partner Michael, you are going to be able to reach out to us, our processing department, our location finder service department. You're going to be able to reach out to us, whether it's sales training, whether it's ATM business, screening on locations, whether it's processing questions. You're going to be able to reach out to us directly instead of us sending you to tech support. A lot of companies out there, they're like, hey, call Switch Commerce. Hey, call Columbus Data. Hey, call Hyosun, call Gen Mega. Ask them. And that's what they do. They tell you, you get tech support. You get tech support with us too. But you also get unlimited mentorship. So you're able to reach out to us anytime that you need any help. Besides that, I'm also going to provide you with PDFs. You're going to get over 12, or in this case, a dozen PDFs that are going to help you out within your portfolio. So we're going to provide you brochures. We're going to provide you sales scripts. We're going to provide you qualification questionnaires. We're going to provide you MSB documentation, the contract agreement, all kinds of PDFs that you're going to be able to leverage for your personal portfolio. That way, you guys can go ahead and start your ATM business as efficiently as possible. And last but not least, guys, we also offer unlimited location finder service, or a one guaranteed location, depending on which package you want to go with. At the end of the day, our packages change up depending on your needs. So if you guys are interested in my mentorship package and what I just went through, go ahead and comment plug down below. That's PLUG. Go ahead and comment plug down below if you're interested, and I will go ahead and reach out to you guys set up a 10 to 15 minute informational call for everyone watching on my TikTok. Angel, if you want to go ahead and send me a message to my Instagram, and I will go ahead and reach out to you directly and get you started with a quick 10 to 15 minute informational call, guys. It's a free call. Just an informational call to go over the best route for you to get started with your ATM business. At the end of the day, guys, I'm not here trying to sell you my program. If you want to get started with my program, by all means, you can do that. I definitely do not need you guys to sign up with my program. It's only if you're someone that wants to get started with a mentor, with a network of connections. At the end of the day, guys, your network is your net worth. Right? So if you're someone that wants to get started as efficiently as possible, if you're someone that wants to get started with no problems, with no trial and error, you want to have a smooth ride to the top, you are more than welcome to join our mentorship program, and everything that I listed above, you are going to get included. So if you're interested in my mentorship program, like I said, comment plug. I'll go ahead and reach out to you guys. You guys will be able to set a quick 10 to 15 minute informational call with me, and we'll go ahead and go over the different options for you guys to get started. And like I said, guys, if you want to go ahead and get started, we'll go ahead and get you started as soon as possible. Like I said, anyone in my TikTok, go ahead and message me on Instagram or Facebook. Angel, do you have Facebook? Go ahead and click the link in my bio. Join my free Facebook group. It's called Passive Income with ATMs. I'm actually on live right now in my Facebook group. It's called Passive Income with ATMs. You're able to join that group right there and message me directly, or send me a message here on TikTok. I believe TikTok changed it already where you could actually message me even if we're not following each other. But Angel, I went ahead and followed you anyways. Go ahead and send me a message and we'll go ahead and touch base. With that being said, guys, like I said, comment plug if you're interested in my mentorship program and want a little bit more information on that. And we'll go ahead and set up a quick 10 to 15 minute informational call. Now, real quick, guys, I want to go ahead and touch base on funding, right? We're already here. We're already in the hour, right? It wasn't a short live, as I always try to make it for you guys, but it is what it is, right? It's nothing but value. I'm here to drop nothing but value for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys appreciate this. But now let's go ahead and go over funding, right? In order to start the ATM business, guys, you need $6,000 to $9,000 to get started with your first ATM. Now, why do you need $6,000 to $9,000? Well, first and foremost, guys, the ATM alone is going to cost you $2,700. That's the ATM alone. Now you need $1,000 to $3,000 to fill up your ATM with cash. That's already $5,000 plus, right? Just for the ATM alone. Now you need to sign up for your LLC, which can cost you a couple $100. You need to set up your website, which can cost you some money if you pay someone to do it. If you do it yourself, then that's perfect because that's free. You need to buy business cards. You need to get brochures and print them out. You need to buy tools. There's a couple other expenses that you need to cover whenever you're starting up your ATM business, which of course is going to increase the startup investment. But at the end of the day, guys, that is the startup investment when you get started with your first ATM. Once you get started with your first ATM, like I said, it's going to cost you about $6,000 to $9,000 to get started with your first ATM. After that, whenever you're ready to scale to your second, your third ATM, it's only going to cost you about I want to say $4,000 to $5,000 per ATM, right? Because the ATM, it's only $2,700 and you're only filling it up with $1,000 to $3,000, right? So at the end of the day, whenever you're ready to scale to your second, your third, your fourth, your fifth ATM, it's going to be less because you don't need to buy your business cards all over again. You don't need to apply for your LLC all over again. You don't need to build a website. You don't need to get brochures. You don't need to get all the tools, everything that you got whenever you started the business all over again, right? You already have it. So you're just going to use that. You're going to use your same tools. You're going to use the same business cards. You're going to use the same brochures, the same website. So there's no need to spend money on those things because it's already done, right? So it's going to cost you less to get started with your second and third ATM and from here on out because you already got the basics out of the way, right? So let's go ahead and talk about funding. How can I help you get started with your ATM business by providing funding? So I currently offer funding for anyone that wants to get started with my mentorship program. And we currently offer third-party funding. My team actually called Easy Consultant. They're based out of Beverly Hills, and they currently help people, aspiring entrepreneurs just like yourself, get started with any business. In this case, they are helping you get started with my mentorship program, get started with your ATM business, right? What they do is they're a broker that goes out and leverages your personal credit and tries to fetch you the best rates, the best low affordable payments. Now, what you need in order to qualify for our funding is 620 minimum credit score, $35,000 in annual income, and 3 months of employment. Or if you're self-employed, you need 2-year tax return. If you meet these qualifications, then you automatically qualify for our funding. That automatically qualifies you to be able to get started with your ATM business with little to none of your money. You're using the bank's money now, right? Now, using OPM, other people's money, or the bank's money is a very lucrative way to get started with a business because at the end of the day, it's risk-free out of your pocket, right? You're not risking your capital. You're risking someone else's capital. So what you do is you'll go ahead, get started with your ATM business or get started with whatever business you want to get started, and you're using the bank's money. Now what you're going to do is once you create that business, once you create that vehicle to passive income, to financial freedom, that vehicle to start cash flowing, you are then going to use that vehicle to start paying off that loan. And that's how you use OPM credit lines. And that's how you're able to not only help your own credit, but also start up a business with little to none of your money. So using third-party funding is always a great way to start. If any of you guys have great credit, if any of you guys have $35,000 plus in annual income, then you automatically qualify for our funding. And if you're interested in this, these are the benefits that you get with our funding. First and foremost, low affordable monthly payments of $150 to $300 every single month. So let's say you get started with your ATM business and you happen to land an average location generating you $300, $350, $400 a month. That location is now going to not only pay for itself, meaning it's going to pay off your loan every single month, but you're also going to profit from it, right? Now, let's say you got a location that's doing a little bit below average, $150 to $200 a month. Well, guess what? You get low affordable payments of $150 up to $300. So let's say you got a payment of $150 minimum every month. Guess what? That ATM is still paying for that loan off, right? So of course, we want to aim for the gold mines. We want to aim for the best locations we can possibly find, but you're still able to have low affordable payments. So even if you're struggling whether to find a location, if you didn't get our location service, or let's say your location is not performing good for the first month, the first 2 months, and you have to pay out of pocket, guess what? It's low affordable monthly payments. So even if you had a part-time job or you had a full-time job, you're still able to cover your monthly payments without breaking the bank, which, like I said, low affordable payments of $150 to $300 a month. Another great thing about our third-party funding is that it is a soft pull on your credit. So if you're saving for a house, if you're saving for a car, you don't have to worry because it is a soft pull on your credit. They don't take, 100 points off your credit like any other lender out there. They do a soft pull on your credit, and on top of that, there is no prepayment penalties. So if you want to pay this loan off in 1 year or less, guess what? You can do that, and there will be no prepayment penalties. You can pay that off as soon as you want, and there will be, in this words, you're saving yourself all that interest, right? Because at the end of the day, when you leverage your credit, when you get a loan, you have to pay interest on it. That's how the banks make their money, right? So if you want to pay it off sooner, guess what? You save yourself on the interest, and there is no prepayment penalties. So that's one of the great things about our funding compared to any other loans out there or lenders out there. And then last but not least, guys, you're helping your credit out by starting up not only your business, but your credit, right? It's a win-win. You're starting up a business with little to none of your money, and you're helping out your credit. So that's the great thing about our third-party funding. If you guys are interested in funding your ATM business through our mentorship program, leveraging this funding, go ahead and comment funding down below. That's funding. Go ahead and comment funding down below. And like I said, guys, we'll also reach out to you guys and get you started with a informational call. See if you qualify for funding. See if it's something that you would like to work with, and we'll go ahead and get you started. But with that being said, guys, that's pretty much going to be our live training for tonight. If you guys want to go ahead and continue the Q&A, go ahead and keep asking your questions down below, and I'll go ahead and answer some questions probably for like the next 4 minutes as we touch on 1 hour and 10 minutes of being on live, and we'll go ahead and get the live wrapped up for you guys to continue your day. I've been in the ATM business less than a year, 6 ATMs, $1,850 a month in profit. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Whenever I ended my first year as well, I ended with like 4 or 5 ATMs, and I was probably pulling in around the same thing that you're pulling in. And the reason being was because I actually landed a gold mine my first year. So that's why I was actually making around what you're making with 6 ATMs, but with me with 4 to 5. That was because I landed a gold mine, probably generating me like I believe it was like close to $1,000 a month. Any questions, guys? Any questions? My boy Robin in the chat. Sorry I couldn't read your comments, but I know you were saying that you landed 2 locations with our location finder service in 1 month, which is phenomenal, and I'm proud of you, brother. We're literally helping you scale your business, and at the end of the day, guys, like I said, we do not win as long as you win. So my boy Robin, he was able to land 2 locations in 1 month, and guess how much he paid for those 2 locations? $0, guys. That is the great thing about our unlimited location finder service, that you literally do not pay anything for those locations, at least up front. The great thing about our unlimited location finder service, and we're actually the only program offering this service. The reason why we allow our students to get locations without paying upfront costs is because we actually make money with you, not off of you. A lot of location finder services, guys, you're looking at an average of $700 to $1,000 per location that they find you. With us, $0. Instead, we make a small 10% fee of your ATM transaction. At least our location finder service does. So what that means is that if we find you a location making you $500 a month, guess what? Our location finder service is making $50 a month from that location, right? So we win with you, not off of you. And that's the great thing about our location finder service. And that's why we're able to help all of our students scale their business without breaking the bank. So Kaylin, you just asked Robin if he pays for the location finder service. It is a first-time enrollment fee for the location finder service, and you get access to our unlimited location finder service for a full year. So you get access to our service for a full year, and you're able to literally fulfill unlimited locations. So however many you can fulfill. If you want to fulfill 10 ATMs in 1 year, you can do that. 20, you can do that. 5, you can do that. However many you can fulfill, you can do that under our unlimited location finder service. It is a one-time fee. Kaylin, you're a student of mine, so you get 50% off of our service. So reach out to me if you're interested, and we'll go ahead and get you started if you want to go ahead and get started. And correct, just like my boy Robin said, it is a fraction of what you would pay for just one location alone. You guys hear the goats? There's a little ranch next door and they got goats. All right, guys, any more questions? Do you have to pay a monthly for the ATM modem Wi-Fi? Yes, you do. You have to pay $6.99 for the monthly bill on your ATM internet. And that is if you work with me. There's a lot of companies out there that you pay a lot more than that, like $12.99, $13.99, $10.99. With me, you're probably finding the best rates out there. And the reason I do this, guys, is because, as they say, if you can help people make money, you're going to make money, right? So my goal is to give you guys the best service possible. And that is why all of my students get the best of the best, right? Because that is my goal. We win with you, not off of you. That's the only way we win. That's the only way our mentorship grows, is if we help you out with the best of the best. There's a lot of programs, there's a lot of courses, there's a lot of mentors, there's a lot of companies out there that try to make money off of you up front, trying to charge you hidden fees, trying to charge you high rates. And at the end of the day, guess what? Whenever you're ready to scale, you're not going to give them your business because you already found someone else that's going to do it for cheaper. And now they lost business in the long run because they try to make money off of you up front. So that's one of the things that separates my program from any other program out there, is we're probably one of the cheapest. So if you guys want a free consultation on my mentorship program, go ahead and send me a message. Direct message me, and we'll go ahead and set you up with a free 10 to 15 minute informational call. Just go ahead and come message me, plug, PLUG. Go ahead and message me, plug, PLUG, and we'll go ahead and set up a quick 10 to 15 minute informational call. Free consultation. We'll go over my program, what it is that you get with my program, see if it's a great fit for you, and if it is, we'll go ahead and get you started. How do I start, brother? So Angel, message me, brother. I'll go ahead and send you my free ATM business guide, and my guide will pretty much walk you through how to get started. If you want to go ahead and get started with my mentorship program, like I said, message me, plug, PLUG. We'll go ahead and get you started on our mentorship program, go over the different options that I have and see if it's something that fits you best. Would you rather watch? I ain't falling for that one again. You succeed when we succeed. Love it. Exactly. That's the only way I win, guys. And believe it or not, I currently have 45 students, and my mentorship program has been out for less than a year. I've only been out for less than a year, and my mentorship program has 45 students, right? So that just goes to show how quickly you can succeed when it comes to you starting a business and you know, making it work out by you actually genuinely wanting to help people out, right? So that's the only way I was able to succeed when it comes to my digital marketing company, which in this case would be my mentorship program and my online course and all that. That's because I help people win. Like if you guys are in my Facebook chat, my brother Robin, he started with me a couple months back. He landed his first ATM on his own, and then once we launched our unlimited location finder service, he jumped on that quick. He got a discounted rate, and now he has 2 ATMs in 1 month. Just 2 ATMs in 1 month. And that's because at the end of the day, we help him, and now that helps us, right? So we help you win. That's what we're all about, guys. Let me see. What processing company do you recommend? There's a lot of companies that I recommend that I wouldn't recommend you. And then there are a couple that I would recommend you, but I don't want to name names. And the reason being is because I don't want you to reach out to them realize that you're a newcomer in the business and they take advantage of you. And then you come back to me and you're like, hey, Juan, you said they were good and this and that, and they're charging me 25, 50 cents per transaction. So one thing I would recommend you to do is see if you can start the ATM business. And like I said, I can help you out with the best of the best. I can actually, and this is my word from me, the founder of my program, my group, I can help you out with free unlimited processing. We don't tie you up under a contract. We give you free processing, meaning we literally don't charge you a single penny for your transactions that we process. And you're able to scale your portfolio with us to 100 machines if you want. And it's going to maintain the same agreement. How much are ATMs? So this ATM right here is going to cost you about $2,700, and that is for the ATM and internet box after taxes. All right, Facebook. I don't see any more questions on my Facebook. So my Facebook group, my YouTube channel, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining my live training, and I apologize again for the disconnection that we had earlier. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for interacting with me in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. But with that being said, it was your boy Juan Geronimo. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for another live training. Talk soon. Peace.